Okay, I'm just going to go over how to advance the quilt and realign the safe area using the Snap2Point feature. I have already advanced my quilt and secured the sides, so now I need to tell the system what's happening next. So the first thing to do is to go to realign the safe area. And I've already placed the sew head needle at a recognizable point of the previous row that I've stitched, which is around about here somewhere. So the machine is in position. So realign the safe area, Snap2Point. Now this time I'm going to be putting my mouse roughly at a point on the screen, which I think corresponds to where the machine is on the quilt. Now it is quite small because I've got it on full view. So I'm just going to click my mouse where I believe it is, and a little red dot appears. It's tiny. So the next thing to do is to go to View, Actual Size, and then I've got to go and look for the little red dot. So I know it's in the grey. Oh, there it is. And it's above the blue section that I haven't done yet. And it's not quite where it should be. This is where my machine head needle is positioned on the quilt. So if I take the mouse and click exactly there, the little red dot moves to that spot. I'm going to go back into full view now. And I'm going to give the green check, the go ahead. And instead of me having to drag the box down manually with my mouse, it will move all by itself like that. Wonderful. Now I just have to check that the next two rows that I want to do are within the red rectangle, the safe area, which they are. So that's marvelous. So now I'm going to take the second row down that's going to be stitched, click it with my mouse, it goes red. I'm going to reverse its starting point by clicking reverse sew over here. Then I'm going to click the first blue line that I'm going to do next. And I'm going to connect over here with a link to that row there. Happy with that? Yes. So I'm going to check that, green. Now I'll have to give it a trim because there are pieces of the pattern outside that safe area. So it's the scissors next for cut. I'm going to use the sew head and I'm going to trim the left-hand vertical side. So I'm going to have to move over to the machine head and put it where it needs to be. And click set. Carefully, I'm going to walk over with the sew head, not rushing it. I don't want to disengage my belts by being too rough. That'll do for the time being. Just check the screen. The vertical left-hand side that I want to cut off is in black, so that looks good. So it gets a green tick. I then have to highlight that row again, so it's red. Back to the scissors, sew head, and then I need to move the sew head right to the left hand vertical edge. I'll just go a smidge off the edge like that. Press set. Oh no, that's wrong. Silly me, I've done horizontal. I am doing vertical invert. Vertical invert for the left hand side. That black bit there, great. So that gets a green check. And now we are ready to go. But what I suggest would be a really good idea, because this is a very big project, and I'm going to have to keep coming back to it over several days, I've decided to save it. So I'm going to go to File, Save, Save Project. I'd already given it a name because I've saved it before, and it's called Q Coat. I'm going to make a quilted coat out of it. So I just click Save. It says Qcoat already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes, because I'm updating where it is. So that's just a safety thing in case I have a power cut or I want to switch it off. And in fact, I can show you how to switch it off now. It's all saved, so I can shut this all down, come back to it tomorrow and show you how to reopen it. But for now, I'm going to keep on sewing. So I'm going to press play because it's ready to go. There are queued designs outside the safe area, DQ and proceed. Yes. Want it to go to the start point. It's quite a dense pattern, so it's taking a while. Now the sew head is taking itself off to where it's going to start stitching. And it's about to ask me to pick up the bobbin thread and then I'll be ready to go. If I'm feeling absolutely paranoid about whether I have saved my project, I can just nip over to File, Save Project and do it again. It has saved, but you know, belt and braces and all. So I'm going to go over, pick up the bobbin thread and let it go on. So I shall just let it do these next 2 rows. And then I will show you what happens when you come back to a project that you've left overnight or if you've left it for a few days.